The deception lasted 4 months. It spanned several countries and continents, cost tens of thousands of dollars, endangered lives, and impacted countless people. But what captured the nation's attention began with one man's plan. August 11th, Watertown, Wisconsin. Ryan Borgward, 1 month shy of his 45th birthday, went to church with his wife and their 3 children in the morning. That night, he took a kayak an hour northwest to Green Lake to fish. At 10:49 p.m., he texted his wife that he was heading to shore. He never returned. A search began that next morning. Borgward's overturned kayak was found in the deepest part of the lake. A few days later, his fishing rod and tackle box were found, his phone and wallet inside. 2 weeks later, divers and cadaver dogs joined the search. For 54 days, volunteers and professionals searched the lake by water, air, and land. But there were few answers. The searchers were stumped. There was no sign of a body after months and miles of combing the lake. So they started working on a new theory. Was it possible Ryan was still alive? October 7th, nearly 2 months after Ryan Borgward went missing, investigators discovered his passport had been checked at the Canadian border just 2 days after he supposedly drowned. They got Borgward's laptop from his wife and analyzed the hard drive, and the story began to unravel.
In a strange twist in the case of a missing kayaker in Wisconsin now.
Police now believe the husband and father of 3 is alive and living in Eastern Europe.
The laptop showed that before he disappeared, Borgward was communicating with a woman believed to be from Uzbekistan. He had also looked into moving money to foreign banks, changed the email addresses connected to his bank accounts, and obtained a second passport.
We got many pieces, but we got a lot more pieces to find.
Authorities sent him an email wherever he was. Then Borgward sent a video to prove it was him.
I'm in my apartment. I am safe, secure.
As they communicated, Borgward explained how he fled the country. After overturning the kayak in the middle of the lake and paddling back to shore in an inflatable raft, Borgward rode through the night to Madison on an e-bike. He took $5,500 cash with him and hopped a bus to Detroit, got into Canada through customs, then continued on to Toronto. He flew from Toronto to Paris, then caught a final flight to the country of Georgia. But the question was why he left in the first place. Ryan eventually told authorities he had spent a great deal of time researching how to disappear, and the whole idea was to sell the death. And Ryan said he would not come back. Green Lake County Sheriff Mark Podol tried to explain Borgward's state of mind.
Had personal matters going on, and he felt this was the right thing to do.
Borgward had still not contacted his wife and children. For weeks, Ryan Borgward remained overseas, but then in December, with little warning, he returned stateside. 4 months after he first went missing, he turned himself in here in Green Lake County, just across the lake from where he allegedly staged his death.
On December 10th, Ryan arrived on U.S. soil.
Borgward emailed authorities that he was coming back, then turned himself in at the Green Lake County Jail. The next day...
Did he come willingly, Sheriff?
Yeah.
Authorities were still piecing together where exactly Borgward went, who he was with, and why he fled his family.
That's going to be up to him someday, but we're not going to release that.
Borgward was charged with obstructing an officer for allegedly leaving the kayak, phone, and wallet as false evidence.
State of Wisconsin versus Ryan Borgward.
He appeared in court the day after turning himself in.
I can't pay. I don't have money, so I'll defend myself.
The judge ruled he was not a flight risk, and soon after, he was released. Sheriff Podol has consistently said he'll pursue restitution for the costs of the county's search, estimated at $35,000 to $40,000. Other searchers risked their lives and livelihoods looking for a body that was never there.
So you're going down super deep water and then coming up super shallow, which just wreaks havoc on your body and on your equipment.
Additionally,
women in this situation don't have the luxury of closure.
Psychotherapist Vicki Stark helps women in a Facebook group called Runaway Husbands.
It's traumatic. It's literally traumatic.
2 days after Borgward returned to the U.S., his wife filed for separation. Stark said confusion is common.
So the wife's whole reality is thrown into question. So it's not only her present and her future, but it's also her past.
Neither Borgward's wife nor their 3 teen children have spoken publicly about the ordeal. The only comments Ryan Borgward has made so far were in court.